Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. I got a little bit of downtime right now. I'm just gonna let you guys know what we're doing. We were out here at Beech Bend Raceway Park for their first bracket cross autocross event. We got Rouse out here. I'll show you guys the truck here in just a minute. But yeah, so that's what we're doing out here. We're out here competing in the autocross event, guys, so come along with us and we'll show you how we can do. Okay, so behind me here is Rouse. We got it cooling off. We've done a couple test passes. Abby got them on camera, so they'll be in the video. Here, the new truck set up there. So this truck is a 77 F-150. For those of you who don't know, it's got a 460. And ain't had much done to it, but so that is the ride that we are racing with. So just come along in the video and we'll get a lot more runs. 36 on that side.
And a 35 on the side?
Yes. Guys, so here's some bad news. We just got done testing out there and the shootout's fixing to start. I'll film some of the shootout, but the truck is down. The truck is overheating. Having a major overheating issue, so there will be cooling upgrades coming to the truck. And if you've watched the channel, you know we've done some cooling upgrades to the truck, so it's kind of aggravating that we're still having cooling issues. Because last year, going to one of the shows, we broke down on the interstate because the truck was getting hot. But like I said, it's getting hot again. But we think it's probably the radiator or the water pump. So we're probably just going to go ahead and just completely redo the whole cooling system and everything. Because they're supposed to have some more of these autocross events out here at Beech, man. But if you're around local to this area, you guys should come out and try this. Anybody can enter anything, any make, model, year, whatever, just to have fun, because it's a super lot of fun. It's really, really awesome. So guys, if you're, like I said, if you're local to this area, come out here. I don't know when the next one will be. The guys that are putting this on is called Adrenaline Driving. So go check them out on Facebook or Instagram or whatever they're on. I know they're on Facebook. So go check them out, guys. Like I said, Rouse is down for the rest of the day, but we're gonna go film the start of the shootout. Look at all his dimple dye stuff. Look at his firewall.
LT4.
It's awesome.
Size of the radiator in this white truck.
Oh my gosh.
Just wait.
I see it.
Wait, you ain't seen nothing.
Holy cow, look at the interior. It's awesome.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your cooling system's your most important thing. If you don't have
You can't keep it cool, you can't do anything. No.
I love the dimple dye.
I know. I love the dimple dye too. Oh, those are his cooler mounts.
That is awesome.
That is really cool. Hey, you got a heater box block off.
Look here, man. Does it look like this is all
Hold on a second. Yeah, the Malibu's really, really nice. The Camaro's really, really nice too. Okay, so I hope you guys like some of the shots of the cars we got down there. They are right now in the driver's meeting, and as soon as the driver's meeting is over, we will be going into first rounds of elimination of the bracket cross series. So how this works is it's kind of just like bracket drag racing. So they start off of a tree, just like in drag racing, and you take off, you go down the track, and then you run a dial in. So you pick a number of how fast you can go, and then at the finish, the closest person to their dial in wins. But there are no breakouts, so you can go over the dial or under the dial, but it's just the closest guy to the dial wins. So that's how the thing works, and then the person who is further away from the dial is put out, and then they go to the next round, and whoever advances to the next round the most amount of times and is the last person left will win. I think there's prizes down to, I think, 3rd place today, so it should be a good show. There's quite a few cars. I don't know if you guys seen very much from the other videos because I wasn't the one taking them, so I don't know if you got much film.
Hey.
I don't know if you got much filmed
I was a very good filmer.
from some of the other cars, but there's probably, how many cars do you think this year? Probably 30 cars in the autocross stuff, probably.
Possibly.
Yeah, so there's probably about 30
Now,
cars.
probably 29.
So yeah, 29 now since Rouse is down. We're only 29. So guys, well, they're fixing to get into the first round, so I'll start filming. They're starting to line the cars up. Alright, the far lane won that round. Alright, we have a double Mustang on this round.
The Mustang.
Monte Carlo. Alright guys, the 4 lane won that one again. Alright, we got a Monte Carlo and a Blazer.
Yeah, that's just like Mom and Dad.
Dad, did you hear it, Mike? Yeah. That's a Slick and Bar Buell. Close lane Monte Carlo got that one. All right, just around here we got a square body and another Monte Carlo. That was a super close race, guys, but the square body on the close lane wound up getting it. This round here is a blue Malibu and a silver Corvette in the close lane, and the Malibu's in the far lane.
We're pretty far from that one.
Currently calculating the dial limits.
The back end looks a lot alike, but the back end looks a lot alike. So the one in Brownville's newer?
Still calculating the dial. hopefully they get her figured out pretty soon. Must have been a really tight race. It is a super good thing that we decided not to enter the truck in this, because my truck would be absolutely melting down right now in the staging lanes waiting this long. And the Malibu has got it. Okay, we have a C10 versus a C10. I'm sorry, one of these is not a C10, it's a GMC truck. Close lane is a GMC. Okay, so they were fixing to take off, and then the tree quit working, and their guys are out there. I don't know if you guys can see or not, but right above my finger right there, the guys are out there putting gas in the generator that runs the tree. So I guess the generator died and ran out of gas, so they're having to put more gas in the generator to get the tree fired back up. Alright guys, so the GMC has won that race, and I think the green truck hit a cone, and so that's why he quit driving this hard. So the next race here is a Corvette, or not Corvette, Camaro versus Camaro. close race. I don't know if the brown Camaro crossed the beams or not before the silver Camaro, but that was super close. Yeah, the newer silver Camaro got the 70s car, so he will be moving on to the next round. All right, in the next round here, we got a 68 or 69 Camaro versus a newer model Mustang. The Camaro beat the Mustang. Alright, next round is a 60s Corvette versus a new model Mustang. The Mustang beat the Corvette. Now we got a F-150 versus another GMC truck. The F-150 beat the GMC. Alright, this next race is C10 versus Chevrolet 1500. The green C10 beat him. This next round is two GMC trucks. Alright, the blue truck beat the brown truck. Alright, this next round is a C10 versus a 1500, and this is the final round of the first round of eliminations. right, the C10 beat the 1500, but I think it was because the 1500 hit a cone right down here by the wall. I don't know if I told you guys or not, but if you see a repeat car that lost in the second round, they were allowing first round buybacks. So that's why there are some cars back in the second round that lost first round. So now we are starting with the second round of eliminations. First round of the second round is a Mustang versus the Miata. Won the second round. Okay, next round is the Malibu versus the Monte Carlo. Mustang versus a Camaro. Truck versus a square body Chevrolet. Body got him. Next race is a 68 or 69 Camaro versus a F-150. See the guy, I'll tell you here in just a second. Who won that one?
Jelly Bean won it.
Okay, the Ford truck, the F-150 won that race. All right, the next race is another GMC truck and a 1500 Chevrolet. C10 won that, or the GMC truck won that one. Next race is a Corvette and another C10. The Corvette won that one. The next race is a Chevrolet or GMC 1500 and a GMT truck. 60s model GMC truck. I don't know what they call this. The older model GMC truck in the close lane won that one. And the final race in the second round is going to be a GMC truck versus a C10. The blue and white C10 got that one. That is the final race in the second round. Alright, so this is the first round of the third round. And this is a Monte Carlo versus the Miata. Okay, they are rerunning that round for some reason, so I don't know what this is about, but they are rerunning the Miata and the Monte Carlo. Alright, so they're going to run a couple more cars before they rerun them. There's a square body versus a Camaro.
They are.
The Camaro got the square body. The next round here is going to be the rerun of the Monte Carlo and the Mazda. The Monte Carlo got the Mazda. The the next round here is the F-150 versus a GMC C10. The C15 won. I just got educated that those are called C15s. So that was the C15 won that round. So the next we have a C15 versus a C10. Alright, well the C15 clearly got that round because the C10 is having problems. So the last round is a buy round, looks like, and it is the 60s Corvette. Alright, this is the first round of round number next because I do not remember what round this is. So it is the Monte Carlo versus a Camaro. Beat the Monte Carlo. This next round here we got a C15 versus the old Corvette. Oh, there are problems for the blue C15. You did not have a mistake. And the Corvette is smoking it. Oh, but the Corvette has problems. Spins out. Man. The race is full of problems. And I'm sure the Vet moves on to the next round. And this last race is the yellow C15. And he has a bye. Okay, so this is round number 4, and we are going to have, looks like the Camaro versus the C15, the yellow C15, and they are starting to line up right now. Okay, I don't understand what's going on here, but they are doing another round, and it's the same Camaro that just lost against the Corvette that I thought had a bye, that has already had a bye. I don't know, but they're going to run the Camaro, the silver Camaro, versus the older model Corvette here, and then I guess the winner of that will race the yellow C15, I guess, for the championship. right, the Camaro beat the Corvette. So I guess the Camaro will go to run the C15 again for the finals. All right, well, here goes the final. It's the yellow C15 versus the silver Camaro. Race for the final. Those two were super close. We're gonna see who they give it to. Okay, so now we are swapping sides and we are going to run them again. Super close race again. We're going to maybe see if they give it to somebody this time. Maybe.
Are they running till someone breaks?
Okay, we are running again in opposite lanes again, and I am super confused. Maybe possibly we have a winner, maybe. Okay, we are now moving in the track to get a winner.
Oh, the Camaro got it.
Wow.
Camaro won.
Alright guys, so they actually just now crowned the winner to the Camaro, as you guys seen in the last little piece of the video there. They crowned him over the C15, but all three of those final races were super good races. So congratulations to those two guys and the Corvette, who they crowned as third place. Hopefully next time, guys, there's supposed to be a couple more of these. Hopefully next time Rouse will make a full show and be able to compete in this, because sadly we did not get to do that today. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please show us you love and hit that like and subscribe button, guys. We'll see y'all in the next video.